What's up, fam? It's been quite a challenging few months for us, and I actually had someone recently ask me, what's the rush, Davie? Why do you always work so hard? Why do you always push yourself? Why don't you just take it easy and take care of your health and well-being? Have some fun. There's plenty of time to grow the business, so why are you rushing, Davie? You're gonna burn yourself out, you aren't taking care of your health, it's not all about work. Yeah. It was a really good question actually, and to be honest, I was speechless. I just had no clue what to say in response and didn't have an answer for them at all. And it wasn't because I had no idea why, it was because I had been so bloody focused on working in the last 6 months that I didn't even need to think about my why for quite some time. There were more pressing and urgent things I needed to do. So I've always been good at blocking out my feelings and focusing on a goal. This time round, it was to provide for my clients and ensure they could survive during this pandemic. Of course, knowing my why is important, but it's definitely not something I always have in the back of my mind. But that question made me realize that maybe I should keep it in the back of my mind more often. Lately, I've been so focused on helping clients, growing the business, and trying to take care of my mental health that I literally haven't stopped to think about why I'm actually doing this altogether. One of my employees also asked me why I was rushing so much to grow the business. I'm not sure if you know, but my family was never wealthy, or what you call well off. My mum and dad escaped a war-torn country on a boat and left their whole family. They left with the hope to find a better life for their new family. My mum was pregnant at the time and they believed that this was the best choice for their future. Imagine that. Imagine that you're about to have a child with the love of your life, but you have to run away from your own country and everything you know, not because you want to, but because you are scared for the family's future and their lives. They gave up everything in the hope that it could lead to a better life. They got lucky. They ended up making it to Australia. But life in Australia was not easy at all. Our family grew up poor, riddled with problems. Sure, my life wasn't the worst. We did have good times, but I recall a few times when my mum would be scraping for a few dollars just to buy those groceries and food. It would often end up a huge fight between mum and dad because they would blame each other for falling short on their bills. Man, that was a very tough time. I was a kid, I had anxiety. Every time mum and dad would fight, I was scared that they would come barging into the room and saying it was my fault. I was scared that they were gonna hurt each other. I was scared they were gonna leave us. And damn, thinking about those tough times brings back some really touching memories as well. I remember the times when my parents would let my brothers and I eat first, and once we were done, they would eat the leftovers. I remember dad working 7 days a week with multiple jobs, and mum was working at home while needing to cook for the whole family and look after 3 boys as well. And to be honest, it couldn't have been far worse, but I'm definitely appreciative of what we have right now. I was the youngest in the family. My family shielded me. I was spoiled, I misbehaved, I was the little brat in that family. My parents and brothers pushed through uncertainty and hardships to pave the way for a better future for us. And it's so crazy that I was oblivious to all of this while I was young. But the older I got, the more I realized that life was tough for my parents and older brothers. They sacrificed a lot and protected me. They paved the way for me. And I'm sure a lot of you see the sacrifices your parents and family make, and you have nothing but gratitude. I have gratitude, but in all honesty, that gratitude sometimes manifests into guilt. My family is not perfect, and if you're from an immigrant family, most of you will understand the struggles and the scars your family has. Mental health is such a big thing now, but sometimes I wonder how the older generation managed to get through it all. Sometimes you wonder if they ever handled it at all, or if they just swept it under the rug. I feel terrible seeing the broken families out there due to the struggles they had to go through. Some kids blame their parents for not being there. But as I've gotten older, the more I realized it was so tough for mum and dad. You have to hand it to your parents. Seriously. All that stuff we see on the news right now, they lived through it all. Wars, poverty, sicknesses, depression, you bloody name it. If your mum and dad came here by a boat, then 100% their life sucked more than yours. Being the youngest has been a blessing, but it has also been very difficult for me as I've had the most opportunities in our family. So I really want to give back to my family. I really want to make them proud. I don't want to waste this opportunity that they pushed so hard for me. But most of all, I want to support them and sacrifice for them just as much as they sacrificed for me. They did it for me and I was too young to even understand at that point of time. Loads of my friends and mentors have told me that I shouldn't put all this weight on my shoulders, but it's just hard for people to really understand how I feel. Or maybe I just don't want to let this feeling go at all. It continues to drive me, it pushes me to do greater things. It's this fire inside me that has helped me achieve some wonderful things. It's helped me turn it around and now I start taking care of my family. It's made me believe that I can achieve the impossible. For some people, fancy cars, houses, or making more money makes them happy. For me, it's being able to provide for my family. That's what truly makes me happy. Being able to say to them, don't worry, take it easy. Davie, the spoiled brat, has got this family now. That really means a lot to me. So there you have it, my answer to what's the rush. I know these videos are slightly different to the content we typically put out there, but I like sharing the why behind the face. It gives you the insight into what we do and why we do it. Anyway guys, thanks so much for tuning in and see you next time.